Hello, everyone. Welcome to this video. I am Priya Satish. I am the integration exec for Instana. Today, we are super excited to announce the release of version 10197 of Instana, the IBM Observability with Instana offering. As many of you know, IBM acquired Instana December 2020, and then we GA'd the first release of the offering on IBM Passport Advantage on IBM Paper February 9th of this year. So this release that we are talking about is the second release of that offering on the IBM side. And we have a lot of cool enhancements to the offering that we are excited to share with you. And for that, I am joined by Mike Mallow, who leads the offering management on the Synergy side. Hey, Mike.
How you doing, Priya?
Thank you for joining. So let's get right to this. One of the key tenets of the acquisition strategy was we wanted to make sure and help our clients preserve their existing investments in the IBM monitoring portfolio. And we also wanted to help them leverage the great new features that Instana offers from a cloud native standpoint. So automated monitoring, dynamic dependency mapping, the higher granularity of data, all the good stuff. So in this release, what have we done to bring both of these pieces together for our clients?
Great question. And this was one of the key value points that we really wanted to bring out in this first, quarter of work where IBM and Instana really worked together on this release. So the first thing we wanted our clients to be able to do is look at Instana for those new workloads, really solve those difficult problems where it excels without trying to look at I have to replace all of my existing monitoring type of thinking. So with that, we put into Tech Preview a set of connectivity to our existing IBM monitoring portfolio, specifically APM version 8. So clients can roll out Instana while still leveraging the existing monitoring they have in place with APM v8. So that went into Tech Preview in the 198 release. We'll also be doing that with our other ITM version 6 technologies in future releases, but we do have APM v8 now. Also in this release, you'll see another kind of integration where we've used IBM middleware picked up by traditional native Instana sensors, as they're called. So we can look at things like data power and App Connect Enterprise, which was previously known as IIB. That is also in Tech Preview. Also, we've got connections to services running on our IBM Cloud. So in addition to your workloads, we can connect to some of the services in IBM Cloud. And as mentioned, Tech Preview, so those are fully functional capabilities that are in the 197 release for non-production use, and just get a hold of your solution architect to enable that capability for you.
Fantastic. Now, another thing, key, again, tenet of the acquisition was to position Instana as the preferred observability feed into our Watson AIOps offering. So what have we done in this release to kind of make that possible, getting closer and closer to that?
Sure. So the first step of the strategy is to even connect the events that Instana is emitting today into Watson AIOps. So within Instana, there's a capability that is called an alert channel. And that's today in Instana where you can send events to ServiceNow, to other ticketing, PagerDuty, et cetera. There's now a listing in there for Watson AIOps. And that will send events directly into Watson AIOps. And that'll be a permanent event flow. So, that's a long-lasting connection that'll send all those events in there for visibility. In the future, you'll see us building more use cases where we're able to leverage the deeper topology and metric information from Instana in that Watson AIOps analytics.
Very exciting. Now, one of the cool things about when we went through this acquisition was we also had a solid value prop for our mainframe clients, especially the ones that are looking for an end-to-end visibility into their business critical applications, what we say mobile to mainframe. So we have made some progress on that side as well. So can you talk a little bit about what we have in the truck for particularly our mainframe clients?
Absolutely. So this was another piece where we wanted to bring a lot of the IBM experience into Instana. In Instana, prior to acquisition, had some ZOS monitoring built into it. But what we put in tech preview for this release, this 197, is really a capability for our SREs who are maybe building these modern applications, maybe a mobile front-end application that needs data from the mainframe, to be able to get that connectivity back to the mainframe and see the transaction as it flows back into the mainframe and then back out into your mobile request, for example. So what we put in Tech Preview is a connection with a product IBM has called ZAPM Connect. And that's a mainframe product that goes in and finds all those transactions and makes them available for Instana to pick up. So in this release, you can already see that in Tech Preview for web-based or HTTP traffic for CICS and IMS. And we'll be expanding those protocols and subsystems as well in future releases.
Now, a lot of what we talked about are all on the synergy side, meaning you take Instana and how does it apply back to the IBM ecosystem, if you will. There have been quite a bit of feature functionality in the core product as well, enhancements that have been made. So can you take a couple of minutes to talk about Instana core new features?
Absolutely. So in the last quarter, Instana has also been, evolving the technology that is enterprise observability. And with that, sensor improvements are part of the rolling drumbeat that happens almost every release. And breadth and depth have been added across Node.js, Ruby, .NET, and AWS sensors, including adding tracing for Go on AWS and Node.js tracing in AWS SQS. And then there's two other major pieces that were just introduced in the first quarter. One is a tracing capability, which is Tech Preview for open telemetry support for supported runtimes. So one of the key values of Instana is being able to not need instrumentation to be able to do its discovery and its tracing. So Auto Trace Webhook now enters beta with zero-touch support, which means you don't have to do anything from the developer side or the operation side. And this is for Node, .NET, and Ruby applications running on Kubernetes. And as far as we know, that's the first that anyone's ever been able to do that for Ruby. So that's really an industry-leading piece for us. And then the second new piece is called Additions to Unbounded Analytics, just making that a lot more usable. So we've added and or operators in there, so that we can get a little bit more complex as far as what that unbounded analytics can give us, as well as a search, so that we can save up our frequently searched items. And those can all be used to build these dynamic application perspectives, which really take the heavy lifting out of defining your application and giving you that view of the things you care about in your daily role compared to the other folks in your enterprise who may be looking at different aspects of the business.
Thanks a lot, Mike. That's quite a lot of enhancements that we have made coming in with this release. That's awesome. So thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you are as excited as we are with the progress we have made and the value that we are delivering to clients in this space. Please do not forget to look at the blog, to visit the links in the blog as well. As always, thank you very much for your support. As Mike said, a lot of these are in tech review, fully functional, but we are looking for feedback. So if you're interested, please reach out to us. We love to get your feedback and incorporate them to make it as useful as possible for you. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you once again.
Thank you.